Imagine if the epic Mahabharata wasn't just a legend, but a historical account of a war that once devastated the earth. This ancient story tells of a massive battle called Bharata Yuddha, featuring weapons that could burn the world, blind the eyes, and destroy entire civilizations in seconds. But what if this isn't mythology, but humanity's first nuclear war? The Mahabharata is one of the oldest and longest texts in human history. Yet when we read the details of its weapons, explosions, and massive destruction, they sound eerily modern. Some scholars say the descriptions resemble those of nuclear weaponry. Could it be a record of an ancient nuclear war? One of the deadliest weapons in the Mahabharata is the Brahmastra. It's described as a blinding light from the sky that kills thousands instantly and poisons the water. The description is strikingly similar to a nuclear bomb. It was said that only a few chosen warriors could activate it. The Brahmastra explosion is described as brighter than 1,000 suns, a light so intense it blinds everything in its radius. This matches eyewitness accounts from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where people reported a searing white flash before everything vanished. Not just the light, the Mahabharata also mentions clouds rising high into the sky, forming a mushroom shape. These are not ordinary clouds. They are nearly identical to the cloud formations seen during nuclear detonations, something unknown in ancient times, unless seen firsthand. The texts say that after the Brahmastra was used, water became undrinkable, soil infertile, and animals went mad. These are direct effects of radioactive contamination. Some warriors are said to have burned from the inside, their bodies melting without being touched. Their skin peeled off and they died instantly. These are not normal injuries, they're thermal effects of nuclear blasts. In the Mahabharata, there's mention of a city that was annihilated in minutes. Copper columns melted and stone turned to sand. Could this be the result of an atomic explosion? In Mohenjo-Daro, human skeletons were found lying as if struck down suddenly. Radiation levels at the site were abnormally high. Some archaeologists believe the structures were destroyed by an explosion, not an earthquake. In the Vedas, there's mention of flying vehicles called Vimanas. They were said to hover in the air, emit flames and fire weapons, far too advanced for their time. In many ancient Indian temples, there are carvings depicting objects that look like rockets, aircraft, and even figures wearing what resembles space suits. These aren't just symbols, they're visual traces of technology. Some ancient manuscripts show symbols that look eerily similar to modern radiation warning signs. Did they understand nuclear energy long before we did? Several regions in India have large mysterious craters in the ground that can't be explained geologically. No meteorites. Yet the shape is very similar to modern nuclear blast zones. Dwarka, the city believed to be Krishna's domain, sank mysteriously. Underwater exploration revealed highly advanced structures and scorched materials. Fossils found in India show traces of unusual isotopes. These isotopes typically only result from nuclear reactions, yet they're found in bones thousands of years old. It's said parts of the Mahabharata have gone missing. These lost books allegedly contained technical descriptions of Vimanas, energy weapons, and global destruction. Some texts mention glowing beings from the sky who brought knowledge and weapons. Could they have been extraterrestrial visitors? Not gods? Some scientists are now investigating this theory seriously. They study destruction patterns and analyze ancient alloys that couldn't have been forged with Iron Age technology. It's not just India. In Sumerian, Mayan, and ancient Chinese texts, we find tales of sky wars, flying machines, and deadly explosions. The pattern is global. Could humanity have once achieved great technological heights, only to destroy itself? Perhaps the Mahabharata isn't the beginning of history, but the end of a lost civilization. Tribes in India and Nepal still pass down stories of the gods' weapons that destroyed sky and earth. They remember it not as myth, but as a real disaster. Are they guardians of ancient memory? Some researchers claim they were forced to stop studying ancient radiation. Their reports were never published. Who is afraid of the truth about our past? The descriptions in Bharata bear eerie similarities to accounts from Hiroshima. Bodies disappeared, blinding light, shadows burned into walls. Coincidence? Or déjà vu? Certain populations in India show DNA damage similar to nuclear radiation victims. These mutations appear in regions believed to be ancient battlefields. At the ruins of Bharata, fused metals were found, perfectly melded together. These alloys can't be recreated by normal heat, only by extreme pressure, like a nuclear blast. The technical descriptions of Vimanas in ancient texts are too detailed to be fiction. Sizes, materials, even plasma fuel systems are mentioned. Who wrote this, and how did they know? If the gods of Mahabharata were extraterrestrial visitors, then their weapons, vehicles, and wars aren't metaphors, but lost history. Could Arjuna and Krishna be symbols for ancient military commanders using weapons of mass destruction? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna even calls himself Time, the destroyer of worlds. If humans once had such technology and destroyed themselves through arrogance, could we be heading down that same path today? Maybe the Mahabharata isn't a myth, but a warning that humanity once wielded incredible power and used it for destruction. Today, we face a choice: learn from the past or repeat it.